In the previous part, we've got our details of the letter, and now we're supposed to prepare them for assembly. But wait, no. Now we're going to talk about something that we need to do before, and this is embossing. Do you remember the initials, Mr. Murphy, that I have planned to apply on the front part? Yes, I'm gonna emboss it. Embossing is a typical procedure when you want to put your logo or initials on the letter surface. It's often used on cardboard packaging as well and brings the unique character to them. The most common way to emboss is to use the embossing machine. We've talked about it in the episode where we went through different types of machines for letterwork. The most important adjustment for getting a good embossing is the right time, right pressure, and right temperature. The first thing that you have to think about is what type of letter you're working with. Vegetable tanned leather is usually thicker and holds embossing much better. Heat can also change the coloration of the embossed area. It becomes a bit darker, that brings a special character to your embossing. Chrome tanned leather is usually more flexible and stretchable and might need additional reinforcement on the backside. And also, depending on the type of the leather, it can be very different in what temperature you need or how hard you need to press. The next moment is the cliché. Cliché is the tool that is going to press the surface of the letter to make an embossing. In my case, it is made of magnesium, but it can be made of other materials too. What you have to keep in mind is the shape of the embossing area. Point here is if your logo consists of thin lines, it usually goes deeper into the letter surface, looks much sharper, and requires less pressure. Clichés with a bigger area that has to be embossed might need more pressure and still will not go deeper than the letter lets it, depending on how soft it is. Next point. Your embossing can be blend, like colorless, or you can use the foil and make it golden, silver, or any other color. And it is where things can get more complicated. Foils can be very different and can be adjusted to different materials and temperature. Some of them are working better with the higher temperature or pressure, some have the best performance with the lower temperature and need just a touch. The best advice here is to test it beforehand. Here are some examples of embossing where the time was too long or too short, wrong pressure or not suitable foil. And this result you definitely don't want to have. As the embossed detail usually gets more attention, you don't want to make a mistake here. Even if you take some tests and you are sure that you will get the result right, be ready that it will not work, prepare some extra details. And now it's time to make it for our project and emboss the detail that I want to place on the front. The cliché is already installed and the heat is up to 120 degrees. I assume it will be the right temperature. My embossing is going to be blend, so not much complicated here. First, I put the cardboard piece on the base of the embossing machine and make the first print to determine the position. Now I know where to put my detail, but I want my embossing to be in the center of the detail so it would look good. So I draw the horizontal middle line and vertical line in the center. I check that I have marked the center point of the letter piece and start to measure it. Literally, it is about to transfer the shape of the detail on the cardboard base, but here I go a bit easier. As soon as I draw the bottom line of the shape, I place the letter detail matching the center points and tape the cardboard guides around it. Now our letter piece will not move anywhere and embossing is going to be right in the center. The cardboard that I use for the base is pretty soft, and I apply several pieces of paper to create more resistance on the back side of the embossed area. And now it's the moment of truth. We place the detail and emboss it. I think it turned out pretty nice.